Hey everyone, Ryan here. Welcome back for more wrestling talk. This week I would like to once again talk about what happened on Friday Night Smackdown and Monday Night Raw. So first off, I would like to actually start this week with Friday Night Smackdown from the other night. So this whole situation with Adam Pearce and Roman Reigns seemed to have some issues, of course. It seems like Roman Reigns feels like he's getting screwed over on Pearce with these matches, stuff like that, with KO and other wrestlers coming out to really get the chance at the belt. So what does this actually mean for Roman Reigns come the Royal Rumble? Who he's going to actually face. So this is the big story. This is what's going on. So going back to last week on Friday Night Smackdown, we do remember that big gauntlet match that happened. Shinsuke Nakamura was on top of his game, pinning 3 other opponents. And earlier that night, Roman Reigns seemed to add Adam Pearce to the following gauntlet match. And with that being the case, yes, Adam was the last guy to come out to the ring, and Shinsuke had to face him. But of course, this was an unfair match, I gotta say, because Jey Uso got involved and kicked him. And with Shinsuke laying in the middle of the match, this gave Roman Reigns and Jey Uso to help out Adam Pearce and pin him for the 1-2-3 count. And that gave Adam the actual chance to move on to the Royal Rumble to face Roman Reigns. With Adam getting the chance to go to Royal Rumble, what does this actually mean? Well, the following week on Friday Night Smackdown, which was our last Friday, we got the chance of actually finding out the contract of the signing both between Roman Reigns and Adam Pearce. And throughout the night, this was a thing that this was just happening to be going on. Roman wanted to switch out also the contract to a last man standing match, with both men in the middle of the ring signing that contract, with Roman Reigns and Adam Pearce signing for that Royal Rumble spot for that title match. What would actually happen next? Yes, there is a clause. When Adam Pearce was going back up to the ramp, of course, a knee buckled, and it seemed like he was kind of fell to the ground a little bit. So what does this actually mean when you have a title match and he not unable to compete, of course, and not medical cleared? You have to give someone else a shot, maybe. You would think you would actually have to hold off the match and actually hold it off for another day, but no. Adam decides to bring somebody out from the backstage area, other known as KO, Kevin Owens. And if you guys can actually recall too, that contract signing is actually for the last man standing. So this is the match for Royal Rumble. It will be Kevin Owens against Roman Reigns in a last man standing match. So here we have it. Our Universal Champion match will be Roman Reigns defending his title against KO in a last man standing match. Again, I say this will be a really exciting match come on the Royal Rumble, to see what happens between these two. These two have had a rough pass within the last month or two or so. It's just been an ongoing thing. It seems like Roman Reigns and Jey Uso seem to be on the top of Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens, you can't count out Kevin Owens because he is a great wrestler. He's got mind games of his own as well. And what can he actually bring to the Royal Rumble with the last man standing? And with the last man standing, you got to remember, anybody can really get involved. So anybody can actually really help on either side with Roman Reigns or with KO for that sake. And there's been rumors of Seth Rollins actually possibly might be returning come the Royal Rumble. Possible chance even for winning that Royal Rumble match itself. And maybe he can, if this is the case, if he somehow Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns can see eye to eye, because if you guys can remember, they had that unit stable a long time ago, of course, and they made a good unit between these two and Dean Ambrose. And Dean Ambrose is a possible of returning back to the Royal Rumble this as well. So with me in all this assignment, of course, I'd like to hear from the WWE Universe. You guys, what do you guys actually think is going to happen with this match? Who do you want to actually win? I'm wanting, in this case, Kevin Owens to win this match. Roman Reigns has had that belt, but not really defending it the best, of course, because he's got Jey Uso on the side helping him. But it's been really exciting, I gotta say, here on Friday Night Smackdown. So anyways, let's move over on Monday Night Raw. Switching gears over to Monday Night Raw, this thing between the likes of Bliss and Randy Orton has really got a big feud, of course, and the Fiend as well. But the Fiend has not been seen for quite a while. It's been since the last pay-per-view, maybe a little more than that, I gotta say. And this has been a really good thing for Monday Night Raw. At one point, this story happened to be over on SmackDown. I've seen with Alexa Bliss and the Fiend anyways. The Randy Orton situation surfaced once all the 3 of them, of course, went over the trade to Monday Night Raw. And this has been really creating an interesting story as it is. It seems like the Fiend is really getting under Randy Orton's skin. It's just the opposite this as well, too, because Randy Orton's got really big mind games of its own. If you attack a snake, it's gonna know it's where to strike and everything. It just seems every single possibility is quite interesting. So, anyways, this last Monday Night Raw was quite interesting as it is. Ever since Alexa Bliss has been attacked by The Fiend a couple months ago, she has been into a changed woman. It seems like anyone who has faced The Fiend gets changed after the encounter. It seems The Fiend has been really attached to Alexa Bliss, and it seems the other way around this as well, especially what happened when The Fiend got burned at the last pay-per-view, of course, because Alexa Bliss, after the whole Firefly Funhouse experience with Randy Orton destroying it, she wanted to be burned just as well along with the whole thing. But going back on to a Monday Night Raw of last week, of course, since there was no sign of Alexa Bliss on Legend Night, the story continued. And this story really went in depth even more just as well. We thought we were going to see Randy Orton and Triple H in a match, but that was not the case. The story really continued more even throughout this, as Mr. Triple H went for his sledgehammer under the ring. And for a mysterious sort of reason, once he brought that sledgehammer up to his face, it was on fire. This was an amazing effect, and I thought this was well done with the WWE. This brought a new feel to what Triple H might actually be feeling with The Fiend or the Alexa Bliss for this sake. So with the sledgehammer being on fire, what does this actually mean? Is The Fiend and Alexa Bliss now after Triple H? Well, anyways, shortly after, Alexa Bliss appeared in the ring. And what she did next was something unexpected that the whole WWE Universe would not expect. She lit a firebolt towards Randy Orton. And for that sake, he seems like he got pretty close to that flame, and it seemed to lose his sight for the time being. So what does this actually mean? It seems like this is a whole new different side of Alexa Bliss, a more darker side. This seems like what Randy Orton tried doing a couple weeks ago, trying to burn Alexa Bliss. When he decided not to do it, he lit a new flame up under Alexa Bliss. I'm predicting that we are about to see a whole new different side with Alexa Bliss and The Fiend when The Fiend actually does return. The darker side of both Alexa Bliss and The Fiend. Well, I really think this is going to be a really darker side with Alexa Bliss after Randy Orton did not light her on fire. Kind of seems like that song, "Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to start the night on fire. Try to start the night on fire." Something like that, anyways. But I think this is a really good story that's happened on Monday Night Raw. This seems like once The Fiend does actually come back to wrestling, of course, which I'm willing to predict. I bet all this story with Alexa Bliss has been really good. It's probably going to start building up even more, picking up to different levels as well. It's going to lead up all the way to the Royal Rumble, I think. The Fiend's going to make a big, strong appearance in the Rumble itself. And we're going to really see a whole new, darker look, of course. And I think with Alexa Bliss, after this showing you and with all these photos, stuff like that, I really feel she's going to become even more darker this as well. I think Alexa Bliss is doing an awesome job as it is. This is a great character for her. I wasn't too sure who would actually be playing in a role aside from The Fiend. And they couldn't pick anybody any more better than Alexa Bliss, I gotta say. Leading up to this next Monday Night Raw, of course, she will be facing the WWE Women's Championship, Asuka. What is she going to bring to? I would love to see Alexa Bliss become a champion with this darker side of things and what she can actually do with it. Oh my gosh, as you can see, I'm really excited about this. I'm excited about this story. I think they're doing a really good job on Monday Night Raw with this story. And it just seems like what's going to happen next. It just seems like something gets darker and darker and darker. It's kind of like The Undertaker, except this is a different feel. This is a different feel of the new generation with all this scary vibe of what you really actually got with the man behind the mask that brings a scariness to a new level. And Alexa Bliss is not even in the mask. She's showing her talent as well inside the ring with the Alexa's Playground, and the thing with Randy Orton just seems to continue. How long is the story going to actually continue with Randy Orton? Because I really think they're developing a really good story with these two, and with them when The Fiend actually comes back. He will actually, I could actually feel that The Fiend will be angry enough since Randy Orton did burn The Fiend at the last pay-per-view, of course. I feel they really did a good job too, because especially with Alexa Bliss not being a Legend Night a couple weeks ago, they made her come back in a very strong way at the closing minutes of Monday Night Raw. And I'm really excited to see what they can actually do and bring to her character and this whole thing with Randy Orton and the Fiend hopefully to return at Royal Rumble. So with this all being said, what do you guys actually think WWE Universe, what's going to be next for this big storyline? And do you actually see the Fiend actually returning back at the Royal Rumble? Even being the Royal Rumble itself, maybe it could be number 30 for a big surprise and really give us a big shock, maybe winning that whole Battle Rumble or something like that. So anyways, I can start wrapping things up. I'd say my name is Ryan Crutch. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys next time for more wrestling talk. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Let him in.
Let me in.